Hey guys, what's up? Well, sitting here at my computer workstation here in the living room, and this used to be in the other room there by the back window, by the back sliding door. You probably remember seeing the curtains, but I had to move things because there's too much cold air coming in around that door and it was freezing my toes off. So went to all the trouble, moved it in here to the corner of the living room. It's where it used to be, but now it's back. So and I'm going to be looking hot and heavy for a new place pretty soon after the first of the year, if everything goes good, because just time to move on and move up. So I need a place with a decent shop, and that's just the bottom line. So in the meantime, this is my pieced together computer system that I've got from several different thrift stores, if you can believe that. It replaced this computer, which is my old Acer Aspire small form factor desktop I bought in 2009, which is still working good, but it didn't have a lot of memory and it was slow, and it was getting slower, and I kept having to delete things, you know. So I'm just tired of dealing with it, so I decided to relegate it to using it for YouTube video editing, which is what I use it for. So notice that that's got a widescreen monitor that came with it. That's a 20-inch widescreen monitor. And this thing over here is not. What that computer is over there, that's a Optiplex 780 that's made by Dell. And I got that from the thrift store for $14. I didn't know if it worked. I didn't know what was in it. But it worked good. The only problem with it is that it does not have a genuine copy of Windows 7 in it. It's got a copy, I guess, or generic copy, or who knows, I don't know, I didn't do it. So that screensaver is just for looks while I'm making a video, because in an hour or so it'll disappear and I'll just have a black screen, which doesn't bother me really. But otherwise that thing works good. It's got a lot of memory in it, and I like Windows 7 better than this other one. This other one has Windows Vista in it. It's okay, you know, it never really caused me any problems, but I just can tell that 7 is better. And so I got that tower, and then I got the monitor from one other place, and I got the mouse and the keyboard from another thrift store. So I had about $35 or $40 in all this, and I didn't really think much about what I was getting here. You know, that was just one of those monitors that you see in these thrift stores all over the place. There's tons of them because they're cheap, and they're an outdated, obsolete monitor. That thing, you notice how it looks like a square? Well, I've been looking at this thing for nearly a year using this, and it's just one of those things that flashed into my mind, and then as quickly it was gone. And then I think again, I thought, you know what, this sure seems like an old monitor. And so I sit here and use it. You know, I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and it finally started percolating into my mind about, well, this monitor is pretty old, and I think I could do better for a monitor. So I started kind of looking around the thrift stores, and my first idea was I was going to get one of these, about a 30-inch, one of those little televisions, and just set it up here and use it for that. And they usually have HD and got plenty of, you know, 1080p and all that good crap for HD. What passes for consumer HD. You can do a lot better than that, but you ain't gonna find anything like that at the thrift store. So, but I'd find some, and they were like, you know, $80, $70, $90, and then some of them didn't work for cheap, but they didn't work. So, so that just wasn't happening. So I thought, well, you know, I really ought to look into replacing this, because I watch a lot of YouTube, and this thing is not a widescreen monitor. It's not a 16:9 aspect for widescreen, which is, you know, what HD is, more or less. So, you know, I'm just defeating the purpose of even having watching stuff in HD, I guess. So that just kind of percolated around, bounced around in my mind, and I didn't really do anything about it, and I was just getting nowhere about this. So it's getting close to Christmas, and normally I don't spend money on myself. I wear clothes till they're worn out. I wear socks till they got holes in them. I wear other stuff till they got holes in them. I wear my t-shirts till they turn gray. You know, wear shoes that got holes in them. You know, everything. I wear everything out. I buy toothbrushes when I just have to. I buy cheap toothpaste, cheap TP, cheap paper towels. all this stuff, cheap, cheap, cheap. Because to me, that's money you're just throwing away. That's money to maintain yourself. And while I take care of myself, if I spend money on medicine if I need it, things like that. Otherwise, I'm just not a person that spends a lot of money on, doodads for myself, I guess. I'd rather spend money on something that's going to have a return on, like a car, invest in a car or something like that, or parts for a car, or whatever. But I don't like to spend money otherwise, so I don't. But anyway, this monitor got annoying me more and more about this. I thought, you know what, I'm done here. I want a better monitor, so I'm going to go buy a better monitor. So somehow or another, earlier today, I pried on my wallet and got it opened up enough where I could spend some money, and I bought myself a better monitor. So I'm going to show you what it is. And one thing keep in mind now, you guys that do a lot of gaming and things like this, I know if you spend a lot more money than I spent, you can get a lot better monitor. As far as, they've got, what is it, 4K monitors now, much better resolution than even what I've got. But this thing is terrible. This thing is it's not even widescreen. It's nothing. So this monitor I'm going to show you that I got is an upgrade for me in a big way. So keep that in mind before you comment and tell me that I could have done better. And so here it is. This is what I got. This is a 24-inch HP monitor. It's 1080p. It's a IPS. These back here, neither of them are that, so you can't see them very good from the side and all that. So it's just your basic standard consumer level monitor, and it's brand new. It's mine. I own it, so I'm going to use it. And hopefully, another thing too, I'm 46 now. My eyes are not what they used to be. I've always had problems with, kind of weak vision. I have to wear strong glasses, so hopefully this will help see the monitor better anyway. So that's what I'm doing. This is YouTube monitorzation. And another thing, you got to watch Walmart. This is where I got this from, because I didn't feel like going all the way to Best Buy, because Best Buy, can't stand Best Buy. They're always out of everything they say they have on the internet at the store. It's not. But first thing with Walmart was that I tried to buy a phone on Black Friday. As you remember, a while back, I was going to upgrade my phone. And so I was trying to do an iPhone 6, and it got removed from being available halfway through the checkout process online. Wasn't going to dare go to the store to try to find it. I knew they didn't have them. So anyway, I said, oh no, you don't. I'm not going to reserve this for later arrival, because I don't know when later is going to be. So what I decided to do is I went back to the well and I bought this this Galaxy S6, and I've been totally happy with it. It's a great phone. It's a 32 gig phone. Again, for me, that was a huge upgrade. Huge upgrade. So that was that. That was the first go around with them. And then this one, I always do my research before I go buy something like this. I don't just go to the store and look around and see what's in there and then make a decision. I like to be informed about what I spend money on, because spending this kind of money and this kind of money for me, that's a big purchase for me, because I don't spend money like that all the time. Not very often at all. So anyway, I like this one, and so the price was $111 on the Walmart.com. So it said it was available in stores, and so okay, I double checked. They're available here at South Parkway, the other one up the Parkway, the other one over the mountain. So I decided for myself, I'm getting a monitor today. I don't care where I have to go. I'm going to get it. It's coming home with me. I'm not taking no for an answer. So showed up, they had one left on the shelf. I got it, went up to the, first thing I noticed when I was taking it off the shelf, it said $138. I'm like, oh no. Nope. It's not what it's advertised for. So went up to the checkout there back in electronics, and the gal she checks it. And she says, "Yeah, $138." I said, "No, no, 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 no. That's $111. Oh, $119. That's what it was. Excuse me, $119 on the internet." So she said, "Okay." She's real friendly. She said, "I'll have this lady here check it. She's checking on her phone." And sure enough, she checked it on her phone the same way I had, and it was $119. So I said, "Oh, there you go." So they gave me no flack about overriding the price about that. See, I would have been $18 in the hole on this thing. They would have cheated me out of $18 if I had not made sure that they stuck to that price that was advertised. Because if it's advertised on the internet, that's what it needs to be on the store. Don't tell me any differently. So there's no magic about the internet. Not to me, at least. So anyway, guys, that's the deal. That's what I got. Got me a new monitor. I'm real happy. So I'm going to go on forward from here. And I was going to show you real quick. You see my radio shelf over here, my radio cabinet. I haven't shown you guys these radios and clocks recently. I was doing that a while back, but kind of got out of it. So we'll take a little quick look at what we got. I'm not going to talk much about them, but that one's a realistic. These are all thrift store finds, by the way. Realistic AM/FM radio. That one is General Electric, early 70s. Works. That is a neat early 70s clock with this kind of a. You used to see TVs and radios and stuff with that a lot. It's got this kind of Baroque looking grills thing on it. It works. That's called, see if the camera will pick it up. It's a dial light. It's a Westclox actually. And this one under here is, oh yeah, let's go that one last. I'll show you these. I think you may have seen this one, I'm not sure. That's a AM/FM solid state. That is, I'm not sure who made that one. It does work though. This is one I think you've already seen. I just had it put out here. This is oh yeah, this is the Juliet radio. I've already done a video on that one. And this is done a video on this one. This is a General Electric small clock. And this one is almost like in brand new condition. I laugh at this because this is a chime clock which rings like a bell. It's hilarious because it's called, get it focused, Westclox Electric Chime. Well, we got to look at this closer because it's got a, excuse my camera work here. Well, won't be worth anything if I break it. There's the chime, there's the bell. But this is from the early 70s, about 1970 or so, and this thing actually still had its tag on it. It's called the Town Crier Electric Wall Clock. It's a wall strike clock that strikes the half hour and counts the full hours. Traditionally designed to match any decor, uses a wall clock or stands as an occasional clock. Shatterproof crystal, which is good because I just knocked it off the shelf. Sweep second hand, front handset, important when setting mechanism. It's the old Town Crier. Westclox Town Crier. Progress in the world of time. We look on the back of it. $14.95. Well, that's a good deal. You can pick it up at your local Woolco or Woolworths. I think I saw an ad for this thing too in an old newspaper clipping. It does work, but the chime is kind of erratic. Sometimes it will chime, sometimes it will not. So I don't use it much. I just take them out. Every once in a while I'll take one of these out and plug it in, let it run a while. And somebody I think asked about this Big Ben clock back here. This is my grandmother's, and this thing, I used it for a long time. It's a mid-60s version, and it started getting where it didn't want to run. So you wind it up and it would run a little bit, then it quit. You could kind of maneuver it, manipulate a little bit, and it would start back up. And sometimes it'd run all night, sometimes it'd quit. So it needs to have some maintenance done to it. It may just need lubricated. So if anybody knows how to work on one of those clocks, I sure would appreciate it, because I don't see how it would come apart easily, and I don't want to break it. So it's got screws in the back there. Maybe that's how the whole thing comes out. But Big Ben. Oh yeah, one last little thing while we're just talking about computer stuff. You see these speakers right here? They're kind of gotten grungy and all that. It's because these speakers, these are Yamaha speakers, and these speakers are about 18 years old. It's got a sub down here also. I love these speakers. I think I paid $100 for this set of speakers for my computer all that time ago, and I love these things, man. Never had a problem with them. So it's weird. Sometimes I trade cars a lot and stuff, but other stuff I just hang on to until it can't be used anymore. It's kind of hard to tell what I keep and what I don't keep, I guess, sometimes. Alright guys, thanks for watching. See ya.